I'm gonna make this quick. I'm at my Long Key State Park campsite, and the sun is going down, and the no-see-ums are like nothing I've ever experienced before in my life. I don't think. When you live 51 years, sometimes you don't remember every little detail, but on the Appalachian Trail, no-see-ums were bad, I'm sure, at times, but again, I don't remember anything like this. And the guy up there, when he checked me in this evening, he actually had said that they would be out in force, and recommended like Skin So Soft and just different types of oils. And that said, thankfully, I travel with argan oil and mixed with tea tree and cedar wood, and there's another tree or two in it, spruce, something like that. But I've put it on a couple times now, and it seemed like it was keeping them off of me, but at this exact moment, it really doesn't even seem like it's working, unless it would just be that much worse without it. It's pretty intense. It's crazy, but super cool campsite. I'm like, the ocean's right there, like 30 yards over there. Behind me is a mangrove swamp, which I don't know that I've ever seen a mangrove swamp before. It's pretty neat. And there's all these little mangrove crabs, like yay big, that you see all over the place. And crabs, little lizards, and bigger lizards for that matter. When I was rolling in on one of the other keys before I got to Long Key, I see beside the road, I'm like, was that an iguana? And I mean, it was, and that dude looked like he was a decent size. And then I got down the road a little ways and saw another one. So I imagine I'll probably see a few more. And again, the guy at the that works here in the park, he had said that they're an invasive species. They're not natural. I didn't realize that. He said I can take them all with me, something like that. Let's see, what else? 216 miles today. I did sit on the seashore and eat my seafood, sipping water, as I had hoped to do. And I practiced that a little bit, actually. Didn't know if I'd be able to get it out. And it was delightful. The seafood was absolutely amazing. Again, they called it the bait bucket, and had shrimp, had fried shrimp, fried, I think she had said mahi, and then also fried shrimp, fried mahi, and I think the other seafood in there was maybe clams, fried clams, and it was all delicious. But I only ate probably half of it, and so God willing, I'll have it for tomorrow. For breakfast of champions, and it'd be filling too. So I look forward to eating on that again, because there was a lot. The old bucket had a decent amount of fish in it. A cardboard or paper bucket, whatever you want to call it. I guess that's it. This walk-in campsite that I'm at here at Long Key, there's there might be like, I don't know how many's down through here, maybe about 8, and so far I'm the only one back here. And thankfully I didn't have to walk too far. There's a parking lot up there and a shower house and all that, which is nice, which I even though I had a shower at the motel last night, I went ahead and used that again, and I've rinsed off, basically just rinsed off, and felt really good. And I did that before I oiled up. So that was nice, but again, and it's only like, I don't even know if it's a 5-minute walk back here, something like that, and through the mangrove swamp and back to the campsite here. Went back a little bit ago and did a thing or two up at the what did I do? I guess I just took stuff back to old Zeke. I had to put something back in there for. Oh, it was the food. I put the food in the panniers because they're they're a hard shell, and in case any critters be around trying to mess with them, I thought it was a good idea instead of having it back here at camp. So I locked up the panniers and put my my brake lock on the brake, on the the grip brake. I've got a lock for that, which I haven't used yet on the trip. And then also I did the you can lock the steering when you park it and you turn the wheel to the left. You can lock it in place there so that it can't be straightened. So I did that as well. So got a little bit of security things going, but God knows, and I'm not going to worry about it. And again, I just can't imagine anybody messing with it back here in the park. Really don't think there's hardly anybody back here. Somebody could drive through, but in the same token, I think it closes. They've got a gate up there that closes at a certain time because, again, I guess the ranger, I'll call him, said that he gave me a gate code. So I guess there's, after hours they close the gate, which I think is pretty cool too. Yeah, so I told Zeke good night and came on back. Just got off the phone with my mom and dad both, and it's such a blessing to have the both of them that I can call and talk to, and just blessed with amazing parents. And thankfully they're still with us, and I just thank God for the both of them, and I just love them so much. And I know they're back home praying for me, and Mom says she's not worrying, and that's great. She said she's just got God's given her peace, and that's what it's all about. Just blessed to be here tonight. Blessed with another great down the road. If I didn't say it already, it was 216 miles. I started riding again like 6:30 in the morning, and pulled in here I think just after 5. So even though again not a lot of miles, still feels like just down here, not riding interstates is what it comes down to. Just not riding interstates. All these miles that I've done these days are really long, and of course I'm off the bike taking pictures and stuff like that, and got to go to the restroom and gassing up and all, but still daily doing I don't know 200-300 miles at the most. And that day, that was the that day ended up being, I started that morning, trying to think, 300-mile day, or day before yesterday wasn't 300 miles. I think that day was only 200 and over 250, but that day I started early in the morning. I started at 6:30, and I pulled into that church parking lot at just after 11 o'clock that night. So again, just a long day on the road, but can't complain. I mean, it's what a blessing. And just like yesterday, happened needing to get that motel, though. I needed that motel real bad. I was actually, just physically and just emotionally, I was just completely worn out. That traffic, this Florida traffic, I'm sure plenty of you have experienced it before. This Florida traffic is unreal. And, once again, not riding interstates, doing all these, just all these business areas where, just, again, 1,000 traffic lights and the traffic's heavy and all that. That's where, again, it just takes me, such a long time to, get anywhere, to make a few miles, it seemed like. But, I'm glad I'm doing it this way, though, just the same. I wouldn't change a thing. Well, maybe I would. I think I would, I've been GPSing it. When I GPS it, I had been doing, when you do the Google, you've got the driving, like walking, and then also bicycle. And I had been doing bicycle, and which I think is why I got those amazing 2-lane truly laying country roads in Kentucky and stuff like that, and just some of the back roads I've had and that have been, just really cool because I'm GPSing according to riding a bicycle. Um, so, that's been neat. But in the same token, there has been times when I have actually, there has been bike trails, of course, the whole, rails to trails paths, bike paths. There has been times when that GPS would, think I could go down those, which obviously I can't. So that's something I've had to deal with a little bit. And that's another thing with these long days on the bike and, not really big miles is the, just the navigation. There's times, wrong turns and just say wrong turns and just going the wrong way and having to backtrack and definitely not going, always going the best route. But it's been cool. It's like I said, I still wouldn't change a thing, except for that said, today when I started to GPS and I was just saying, wherever I was asking, and I would say, no interstates, and I was getting cool routes that way, or the route I ended up taking today, which worked out really well. It started out rough, though. I started out again doing the bike thing this morning, leaving Stewart, and I did that down to West Palm Beach and maybe even beyond. And again, I think that was trying to take me away from, that's where I was just kind of doing my own thing, and I wanted to stay on Route 1 and 1 and 1A and stay close to the ocean. And that's part of what was putting me in all those all those city streets, so to speak, again with the stoplights and all. But I finally, at some point this morning, south of West Palm Beach, I decided, enough's enough. And because again, it was just racing, from one stoplight to the next. And I was feeling rough. This morning I was feeling rough, but thankfully a little bit later in the morning, the Lord really blessed me, and I just started feeling so much better and had, couldn't have had a better ride over here today. But like I said, I got to a point though where I was like, well, enough's enough. And that's when I started GPS and saying, no interstates, and got what I consider, the perfect route over here today. And I was back on 1. I think I got, one is what comes out through the Keys. So eventually I got back on 1, and I've done 1, I guess most of the way down from Jacksonville down. I've been on 1 or 1A, and it's been a cool, it's been a cool road, and I've definitely seen some cool, beautiful stuff. But it's a lot of traffic for sure. But as you can see, it's obviously getting dark, and I've been rambling on here for quite some time. One of the biggest videos I've made in a while. Just thought it was due time, of course, after finally getting down here. I had said earlier, I think it's 1,420 miles from Cincinnati, leaving this past Tuesday about noon, and then I rolled into Key Largo today at, I think it was 2 o'clock, just after 2 o'clock. But the Lord sure blessed me with quite a trip, and God willing, I've got a long ways to go.